हेलो एंड वेलकम टू द यूट्यूब चैनल ऑफ विधि कल्चर। आज हम बात करेंगे इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स ऑफ द फैमिली लॉ। आज टुडे वी विल डिस्कस सम टॉपिक्स ऑफ द फैमिली लॉ व्हिच आर इंपॉर्टेंट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू योर coming exams if you are going to prepare, or you're appearing in the DU LLB examination of 2022, DU LLB 2022. Then these topics are very important for you. You must keep in mind these topics or understand these topics before going into this examination, or even if you are preparing for the next year, then you must keep in mind these topics. You cannot miss these topics which I'm going to discuss here, because these are some topics from the family law of which there is a very high probability that they can come into your examinations, and most of the time the question come from these topics only. So today, in this session, we will discuss one or two topics of those important sections. So let's start with the first topic here. So the first one is with respect to the application of Hindu Marriage Act. So basically here we are talking about Hindu Marriage Act 1955 जो हम बात कर रहे हैं. Then when we talk about the firstly the application of Hindu Marriage Act, जब हम इसके application की बात करते हैं तो basically हम इसमें ये जानना चाहते हैं that जो हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट है किन लोगों पे एप्लीकेबल होता होगा. Then we have to remember 2-3 points here, important points, so that we can answer any question with respect to the application of this particular act. So the first one is, which says that, any of the forms or developments within Hindu religion. इससे आपको ये समझना है जैसे कि we know that there are certain subdivisions within the Hindu religion. With the passage of time, certain developments has happened within the Hindu religion. Like, there are people who belong to like Arya Samaj. There are people who belong to, Brahma Samaj. And there are people who are like Lingayat Hindus, etc. So these are certain subdivisions within the Hindu religion. We can say these are the forms and developments of the Hindu religion. So what does it say? That this Hindu Marriage Act will be applicable on, all such people who belong to these kind of, forms or subdivisions. तो आप जो है हो सकता है आर्य समाज फॉलो करते हो, ब्रह्म समाज फॉलो करते हो, यू आर अ लिंगायत हिंदू और वीरशैव हिंदू, बट when it comes to any kind of matrimonial dispute or so, then which law will be applicable on you? आपके ऊपर कौन सा लॉ एप्लीकेबल होगा? तो it will be Hindu Marriage Act 1955. आपके ऊपर यही एप्लीकेबल होगा. आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि भाई हम तो मेन स्ट्रीम हिंदुइज्म फॉलो नहीं करते हैं, वी फॉलो अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ हिंदुइज्म, तो हमारे ऊपर ये लॉ जो है वो लागू नहीं होना चाहिए. लेकिन आपका वो आर्गुमेंट सस्टेन नहीं करेगा कोर्ट में, बिकॉज यहाँ पे स्पेसिफिकली लिखा है कि हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट इन लोगों पे एप्लीकेबल होगा. सो दिस वाज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. देन कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, इट सेज, सेकेंड पॉइंट हम जो देखेंगे, सेकेंड पॉइंट कहता है सिंपली, इफ यू आर अ बुद्धिस्ट, ओके, और यू आर अ जैन, or you are a Sikh. If you belong to any of these three religions, then which law will be applicable on you? It is nothing but Hindu Marriage Act 1955 जो आपके ऊपर एप्लीकेबल होगा. क्योंकि इन सभी के लिए कोई अलग से कोई मैट्रिमोनियल या मैरिज रिलेटेड लॉ अवेलेबल नहीं है, इसलिए इनके ऊपर हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट ही एप्लीकेबल होता है. अगर कोई भी मैट्रिमोनियल डिस्प्यूट विद इन दीज रिलीजन्स भी होता है, देन ऑल्सो दे विल बी कवर्ड अंडर Hindu Marriage Act 1955 only. They cannot take the excuse that we are Buddhist, we are Jain, or we are Sikh. They will go to the court under Hindu Marriage Act 1955. So this was the second point. So now the third important and the most important point is that if you say that you are a Muslim or you belong to a Muslim community, or you say that you are a Christian, or you belong to the Jew, और यू आर अ पारसी, अगर आप इन चारों में से किसी भी रिलीजन को बिलोंग करते हैं, then this law says that Hindu Marriage Act 1955 will, what does it say? That this law will not be applicable on you, because they have their own, you know, own laws with respect to the matrimonial disputes. So this law will not be applicable on you. Lekin it also says that if you belong other than these religions, अगर आप इसके अलावा किसी भी रिलीजन से बिलोंग करते हैं, then definitely which law will be applicable? Then Hindu Marriage Act 1955 will be applicable on you. आपके ऊपर वो ऑटोमेटिकली लागू वहां पर होगा. So basically we have read 3 points here. First में हमने देखा that first used to say that if you belong to any of the forms or development of the Hindu religion, like Arya Samaj, Brahma Samaj, Lingayat Hindus, or anything else like this, then Hindu Marriage Act will be applicable on you. Then second point says that if you are a Buddhist, Jain, or Sikh, then also Hindu Marriage Act will be applicable on you. Then the third and the most important point that says if you are Muslim, Christian, Jew और पारसी, तब आपके ऊपर जो है हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा. लेकिन अगर आप इन चारों के अलावा किसी भी रिलीजन से बिलोंग करते हैं, लाइक इफ यू आर नॉट अ मुस्लिम, नॉट अ क्रिश्चियन, नॉट अ ज्यू, नॉट अ पारसी, then definitely you will be treated as a Hindu when you are living in India, Indian territory. Then definitely you'll be treated as a Hindu when it comes to the matrimonial disputes. Then there is an exception to it. There is an exception which says that only exception which is there, the fourth point, that is if you belong to the, any scheduled tribe, which is there in Article 366, then definitely you will be immune from this, and this law will not be applicable on you if it is notified by सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट अगर नोटिफाई करती है उस शेड्यूल ट्राइब को अंडर द आर्टिकल 366, then definitely it will not be applicable on those people. So this was about this. So now let's look at what exactly the section, this section talks about. So if you look at the exact language of this section, then we can see here that it says section 2, that is this act applies, first point, to any person who is a Hindu by religion in any of its forms or developments, including a Virashaiva, Lingayat, or a follower of Brahmo Samaj, Pratna Samaj, or Arya Samaj, as I have told you in the previous slide. Then the second point कहता है to any person who is Buddhist, Jain, or Sikh by religion. जो बुद्धिस्ट है, जैन है, सिख है, उनके ऊपर भी जो है हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट एप्लीकेबल होगा. देन अगेन जो थर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है उसमें क्या कहता है, टू एनी अदर पर्सन domiciled in the territory to which this act extend who is not a Muslim, जो मुस्लिम नहीं है, क्रिश्चियन नहीं है, पारसी नहीं है, जीव नहीं है by religion, उन लोगों के ऊपर ये लॉ एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा unless it is proved that any such person would not have been governed by Hindu law or by customs or usage as part of that law in respect of the matter dealt with herein if this act has not been passed. अगर इस एक्ट के आने से पहले ऐसा कोई कस्टम यूसेज था जो कि वो फॉलो करते थे अदर देन हिंदू, देन डेफिनेटली इट विल नॉट बी एप्लीकेबल ऑन देम. अदरवाइज सभी के ऊपर एप्लीकेबल होगा जो भी हिंदू मुस्लिम, क्रिश्चियन, पारसी और जीव नहीं है, उन सभी के ऊपर हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट एप्लीकेबल होगा. देन another important point which we have already discussed is that this exception which is given under subsection 2, notwithstanding anything contained in subsection 1, nothing contained in this act shall apply to the members of any scheduled tribe within the meaning of clause 25 of article 366, as I have told you, of the constitution, unless the central government by notification in the official gazette otherwise direct. अगर central government उसके अलावा कुछ कहती है then definitely it will be applicable, otherwise it is not applicable on the scheduled tribes which are mentioned under 366. सो इनके ऊपर भी एप्लीकेबल नहीं होगा, एक एक्सेप्शन है यहाँ पे. Then it further says that the expression Hindu in any portion of the act shall be construed as if it included a person who, though not a Hindu by religion, is nevertheless a person to whom this act applies by virtue of provisions contained in this section. तो कहता है कि हो सकता है कोई वैसे हिंदू ना हो, ठीक है, लेकिन बाय वर्च्यू ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्ट, इस एक्ट के तहत, जैसे कि हमने ऊपर पढ़ा, जो मुस्लिम नहीं है, क्रिश्चियन नहीं है, पारसी नहीं है, ज्यू नहीं है, उनके ऊपर ऑटोमेटिकली हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट एप्लीकेबल हो जाता है. तो कुछ ऐसे लोग जो इन सब में से किसी में बिलोंग नहीं करते हैं और वो इंडियन टेरिटरी में रहते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली दे विल बी ट्रीटेड एज अ हिंदू only when it comes to the matrimonial dispute. So that is mentioned under here. So this was about the this application part. So this application part to अगर आपको पूछा जाए कौन से सेक्शन में है, तो ये जो आपका है, ये सेक्शन 2 ऑफ हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट, वहां पे ये दिया हुआ है आपका एप्लीकेशन पार्ट. So you can read this section again to get a better understanding of this, but this is more than enough. If you have understood this much, then you can solve any question related to the applicability of this particular act, that is Hindu Marriage Act. तो ये काफी easy way में मैंने समझाने की कोशिश की है आपको. I hope you have understood. We will come up with another other sections, other important sections of the Hindu Marriage Act very soon before your exam, so that you can understand the exact the meaning of those sections, which are very, very important with respect to your exam. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Bye bye, take care.